Okay, so back to another video. I didn't move from the pool. Probably saw my previous video. So today's video is going to be about how can you select, or what is the difference between a good image and a bad image when you're trying to sell a product. And this video, even if you think that it's not important, it is tremendously important for the simple reason that a good image can either make you a lot of money, or a bad image can make you kill a product. So what do I mean by that? Basically, if you have a good product in your hands and you don't have a good image for your product can be a super good product. And at the end of the day, if you don't have a good image for it, you're just gonna be leaving money on the table. So today I'm gonna give you 3 criterias that they are extremely important when you're doing your selecting of products, all right? Your image for your products. First of all, Jesus Christ. The temperature here is burning. Lately, guys, we have been hiring a lot of people into our team. We are growing our business in silent. A lot of things are going to be changing. We are not putting a lot of effort when it comes to editing and stuff like that to the channel, because we are implementing new things in the background, and you're going to be seeing those things little by little, right? But rest assured, this channel is for me to be able to connect with you guys and give you my advice so you don't go through those problems, okay? So if you're going to select an image, if you're doing images, obviously, if you do videos, use videos for your marketing, actually this video is not for you. But if you do use images, watch the video, because these 3 criteria are either going to make you money, or if you don't follow them, you're probably going to leave a lot of money on the table. So let's say today we have 3 type of products. So we have A, B, and C. So A being big winners, C being smaller winners. If you actually today go ahead and find, for some reason, you went to and you find an A winner, the quality of your images, even if they are important, at the end of the day, your product is the most important thing. So even if you have a bad quality images, if you have a product, no matter what, it's still going to work. Obviously, if you implement the type of image that I'm going to give you, the idea of it is to, let's say you're making $10,000 per day, you can go ahead and make 20, or you can make $10,000, $20,000. All right, so $20,000 to $30,000 every single day. So the whole idea of using quality images is extremely important, because every time that you are leaving money on the table, somebody else is taking it from you. So why would you leave? The whole point of doing a business is to actually generate money, right? Coming back to that, for those people that they have been sending me a message about the mentorship, guys, just know, sorry for that. They're just cleaning the rooms and stuff like that. We have somebody coming here daily. But yeah, if you are want to start the mentoring with us, just keep in mind, guys, that if you have $10,000, do not message us. It's nothing wrong. It's just that the time that we're gonna be adequate giving to you, and the time that we're gonna be spending together, is going to be tremendous amount of time, and that time is going to be taken out of our business. So in order for us to do that, it takes money, and it's that simple. Now, going back to what I was saying, so the first criteria that you need to have for an image, first of all, the darker it is your image, the worse is going to be for the results of your product. Okay, so what do I mean by that? Let's say you have a sweater that you're selling, and the background of that sweater, even if the sweater looks amazing, the background of that image is like a super dark gray, and you're selling a sweater that is actually, most of the variations that you have in your sweater are like, let's say, brown, dark gray, light gray, let's say like khaki. The only color that is going to come up on that background is the khaki one. So you're gonna be leaving money on the table because they cannot see the other variation correctly, right? So if you're going to select the image, make sure that it has a bright background. I love those white backgrounds. Even if you think that white backgrounds don't work well, they work extremely well, but it depends on the quality of the image of the product himself. So if you have a white background and the quality of the product is shitty or it's not good, don't use a white background. But if you see that the quality of the product is like 4K, and then you have like this clear gray or kind of like white beige, something like that, you can still use those images. They perform super well. The second criteria, make sure that your product never has any type of brand on it or Chinese letters. So if you using an image to market your product, make sure that inside your product, like let's say you're selling a pair of shoes, make sure that those shoes don't have like letters on it. And the reason for that is that we tend to actually test different variations of products that they have some type of brand name, or they say trend, or they say speed. And those products, they tend to work much less efficient than the same product without letters. So basically the test that we have run multiple times is like, okay, let me take, and I'm giving you those two examples because we did it lately. So a pair of shoes that says speed on it, and the pair of shoes that says, what was the other thing? Speed and run, okay, something like that. And we test those variation, those images, and they perform super bad. And then we took the same product with the same images, and we just remove that kind of letter in the shoes, and we actually relaunch them, and they perform extremely well and completely different. So that is to tell you that make sure that there's no Chinese letters or any type of letters. Like if the shoes is show in the inside, make sure that they don't say like fashion or stuff like that, because it's really not going to work. Now, the third type of image that I want you to test or use or make sure criteria in the images is if they are, let's say, let's go back to the shoes. So if you are in a shoes or in a sweater or in a coat, or selling a coat, and it's on somebody, a mannequin, make sure that the image is close enough to actually focus on what matters. Because of previous problems that we had is we had an amazing pair of sneakers or a pair of boots or a nice sweater or a nice coat, but because the mannequin was dressed with other accessories on it, the customer couldn't understand if we were selling the pants or the shoes, or if it was the belt, or if it was the sweater. So it mixed the customer, and you cannot have that. When you are using an image to actually sell, let's say, the shoes, make sure that the image is zooming into the shoes, so the focus is only in the shoes. And you might say, yeah, but bro, it's stupid. I can put on the comment, I can put on my description and on the title, shoes to whatever, comfortable shoes. But at the end of the day, customers sometimes, to be honest, like 80% of the time, they don't even read the titles. They just look at the pictures. This is the first things that matter. So if your picture doesn't connect with the customer, right away, you already lost it. So why would you take that risk? So these are three key factors that when you're selecting your images from good to bad, you already know what to do and what not to do. I just give it to you because I've been through those problems, and so you can avoid leaving money on the table and you don't make the same mistake. If you have any example of images, leave it on the comments below. I will answer all the questions that you have, and yeah, peace out.